All right, gives me great pleasure now to really have the man of the moment first on DT now. That is Bhavish Aggarwal of Ola Electric. Congratulations, badhai ho ji. It's a great feeling for any entrepreneur to see their company go public.
Nikunj, thank you so much for your wishes. You're right, it's a great feeling for any entrepreneur. I think this is, this is what entrepreneurs live for, to achieve this milestone and then go forward from here. So it's a big day for all of us at Ola Electric. And I think the team has worked really hard to make this day possible.
Say that Ola Electric clearly is one of the youngest startup company in the history of India, less than 5 years, and it has already gone public.
Absolutely, Nikunj. मैं भी surprised था इस data से when somebody told me that we are just such a young company to go public at this scale, scale of revenue or market cap. It's quite an achievement, which I would again like to thank the team. We at Ola, Nikunj, like I've mentioned on your show before, we are on a mission to really create the EV future, the energy future of India, and we really want to make that future happen as fast as we can. So we are on that mission, and हम लगे हुए हैं, and अब सारी public भी हमारे साथ है, तो we feel very excited about the future.
And I'm sure the stock is up 13%. Like we discussed, that you've left money on the table at a time when global volatility is back. We had a carnage on Monday, and the issue sailed through, and it's a good listing. So, I mean, you've indeed left a lot of money on the table.
Nikunj, हमारा goal is not about short-term optimization. जैसा मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि we want to make sure we price the issue well for all investors to get interested, get attracted, and hopefully make some money. Because ये जो journey है, ये Ola Electric की, ये एक India manufacturing story, India future story है. और इस journey में अभी तो शुरुआत हो रही है. We have to actually, it's a multi-decadal journey, and we want to have the support and partnership of the public markets in India. So we are very excited that people have reposed their faith in us, and prices will go up and down. I'm new to this, but we'll learn. Prices will go up and down, but fundamentally our effort will be on value creation for the country.
Okay. Now that you are publicly listed, we can talk about perhaps some forward-looking numbers, and we appreciated the fact that there was a compliance in terms of when you were going public, you cannot talk about forward-looking numbers. They say when a company turns profitable, the company turns from red to black. But in this case, I would say, no pun intended, when will Ola Electric turn into green?
So Nikunj, as you know, we are in the middle of the quarter, and last Q1 results will be out very soon. We haven't published a date, but as you can imagine, it will be out in a week or two. And I think investors will be quite interested to see how our results look. We are also excited to share how we've done over the last quarter. Our focus is on profitable growth. We are looking to continue to improve our profitability, in a pun intended way, a sustainable business built sustainably. So that is our focus, and we want to continue on that. So you will hear more from that soon. Another thing I want to share through you with your viewers is we have this big product launch event coming up on 15th August. It's our annual event, and we do it on India's Independence Day, because we want to share all the vision and all the products and all the technology that we work on. So hopefully people will be watching. We have some very exciting news in store for everybody.
So I'll talk about specifics here, and I'm coming to that big launch day, which is 15th of August, which is just about a week away now. What, to your mind, is the estimated size of the two-wheeler industry in India? What could be the size of the EV two-wheeler? And the fact that right now, if you have 25% market share, how would you be able to maintain that leadership?
Nikunj, the EV journey in India is in absolute infancy. 3 साल पहले जब हमने शुरुआत की थी, when we started building our first product, EV penetration in two-wheelers in India was, I think, 1 or 2%. Today, just in scooters, EV penetration is 15+%. So, and we're still scratching the surface. About a couple of months back, we launched our sub 1 lakh rupee scooter, and that has done really well. We've seen sales across the country in small towns, in rural areas, in upmarket centers. So we feel there is a lot of potential for electrification of all automotive in India. Scooters to start with. We have been clear that we are going to build bikes, and I'm smiling, as you can see. I'm very excited to share soon enough with people what kind of bikes we have lined up. That, 2/3 of the Indian two-wheeler market is motorbikes. So we are very excited to share our products in that space very soon with everybody. And the electrification journey is only going to increase. This story only ends one way, with 100% electrification of automotive. Because if you see, ICE vehicles are inflationary. The vehicle cost keeps going up because of regulatory emissions compliances, and the fuel cost keeps going up. Whereas EVs are different. EV, the vehicle cost keeps coming down every generation because the battery keeps reducing in cost. And our Prime Minister has this vision, very inspiring vision, of making power free for everybody with rooftop solar. So imagine in the future your EV at your home being charged free from your rooftop solar, so the running cost is zero. That's the future, Nikunj. I think there's no debate about that. Story ends only one way.
I have numbers where if one is using a EV four-wheeler and if a EV ICE four-wheeler or a passenger car, the cost saving is significant in terms of an electric vehicle. For two-wheelers and for motorcycle, what are the numbers like? If somebody is using the traditional ICE engine, that Purana ad of Hero Honda, 1 kilometer, 1 liter, 80 kilometers versus EV, where are the comparisons?
If I understand your question, Nikunj, correctly, about the price that the consumer has to pay, for two-wheelers, the ICE price for the same category of vehicle and the EV for the same category of vehicle is actually now the same. If you see, our S1X scooters are priced at or below the median ICE scooter, and in bikes also it's going to be the same because the supply chain is all the same. In four-wheelers today in India, there is a delta. But as we are working on the supply chain, especially the lithium cell, which we've built our gigafactory, we've commenced trial production, commercial production starts early next year. Once that comes in, the cell and the entire supply chain is going to be used across all products. So hopefully across different product categories, the price of EVs will come at or below ICE prices in the near future.
When you say battery prices are coming down, of course it is evident both locally and globally. But won't that cannibalize your battery business? Because we've historically seen that when prices they correct in an innovative technology, they tend to correct anywhere between 20 to 30% on a CAGR basis. Is that a real threat for your battery business, that what you assuming right now in terms of your realization that could change completely?
Actually, Nikunj, if you look at the battery costs, 10 years ago it was $1,000 a kilowatt hour. Today it's $100 a kilowatt hour, and maybe by 2030 it will be $50 a kilowatt hour. So because battery is not a commodity, it's a technology-driven component, so the cost curve only moves down with time and with technology improvement. Now, we are not in the commodity part of the battery value chain. For example, we are not refining lithium, or we are not refining lithium, or making the midstream processes and selling them to upstream or downstream players. We are in the business of making electric vehicles, backward integrating into the core cell manufacturing. And if the input cost reduce, it benefits us both at the vehicle level and the cell level. And the penetration for both electric vehicles as well as batteries and storage will go up as prices come down. So in terms of that, the whole pie will increase. And we are not a technology taker as a company. We are a technology maker. So our philosophy from day one has been that for those core technologies which matter to our future, we will build them in-house. And we have very significant IP across the stack, from EVs to lithium cells. And hence, we are actually controlling our destiny in the technology world, not reacting to what somebody else is selling us.
We have a very busy day and it's a big day for you, but I'll shamelessly extend our appointment with you by another 5 minutes. 3-4 questions, and then of course you can go and cut the cake. My next question is based on your understanding of which way the trend in the EV market is going to move. Do you think the EV customer will always be happy to pay more because they are getting an EV vehicle which is long-term and sustainable, and EV vehicles will always be priced at a premium to the traditional ICE engines?
Nikunj, the reality even today is different than your statement. The reality is that even today, in two-wheelers, especially our vehicles, are now priced at or below their equivalent ICE products. And in that price, they give you a lot more technology, the software, the electronics, very low driving cost because of the lower total cost of ownership, the fuel cost, and a driving experience which has high torque, no vibrations, much less feeling of fatigue in driving the vehicle. So it's a no-brainer actually in my view. EVs are the future, and we are seeing this globally. It's not just in India. And the EV cost where the supply chains are today, and with our investments in the vertically integrated manufacturing and supply chains, we've been able to bring the cost at parity with ICE already. And going forward, you will, as we strengthen our supply chains, our focus will be to drive both profitability and growth by making sure our products are priced attractively for customers.
So for any shareholders, there are two factors which they always watch out for. Number one is operating leverage, and second is financial leverage. Because of this IPO, you would be able to reduce your debt. And because your cash flows are increasing, operating leverage would be at play. How do you see both operating leverage and financial leverage moving? And can I say that next 12 to 18 months, the benefit of that clearly would be visible in your profits and in your income statement?
See, you're very right, Nikunj. Operating leverage is important, especially in a manufacturing business. And you've seen that in our financials that we've reported till FY24. FY24 over FY23, EBITDA margins went from negative 43% to negative 19%, a 24-point improvement. That is operating leverage at play as our revenue grew 90%. Because in manufacturing, as we increase volumes, we don't increase the fixed costs, and hence you get more and more margin down to the bottom line. Now, we will see more of this as we go ahead. Our volumes are looking upwards. You see our Q1 volumes on the Vahan portal. You will compare them quarter on quarter. They are higher. So there's significant operating leverage that we can expect in the near future.
Will that big year
And on the other point in your question on the debt, part of this IPO proceed is going to go towards retiring debt, and that also will reduce the interest costs for the company.
So if I have to introduce Ola Electric to our viewers as a company, is it a manufacturing company with presence in EV, or it's a technology company which in a sense understands the entire ecosystem of EV and they will keep on building on it? It started with electric two-wheelers, then electric motorcycles, and then battery, and it'll keep on adding up. So what is Ola Electric, a manufacturing company or a technology company?
Nikunj, I am a technologist at heart. I spend most of my time with our technology folks. I am actually a co-author on many of our patents. So we are at our heart a technology company with a very strong focus on building a vertically integrated supply chain and manufacturing for this future space of EVs and energy. And we build our own technologies, we manufacture core components, differentiated components ourselves, and we endeavor to create products which consumers will love using or experiencing. So that's who we are, and we look forward to creating very strong IP, make in India, research in India. These are all themes with which we drive ourselves.
And I'll be happy to share with you that in the course of the interview, I think markets are liking what you're indicating, because the stock which was at 83 has gone to 89. So markets are really cheering in terms of what you're liking. So for those who missed and those who thought that the stock was expensive and losses are there, and for those who want to buy now, what will be Bhavish Aggarwal's promise for next 3 years? What is your vision for Ola Electric for next 3 years?
Nikunj, my only promise to whoever has bought and whoever will buy is that we are, as a company, and myself as an entrepreneur, as a promoter, are fully committed to building this future here in India, making India a global EV hub. Pura, with whatever we have, we are committed to creating this future. There will be, there will be all kinds of challenges. We will give our best at it always. We'll always be transparent with everybody. And we look forward to the support and the wishes of all investors, and we look forward to doing our bit to help them create wealth.
So Bhavish bhai, I'll start wrapping up for our viewers. Ola Electric is India's youngest startup to go public. It is India's first EV manufacturing stroke technology company has gone public. EV is the mega trend. You've demonstrated your ability to create magic in terms of product, and you're committed to innovate more and more. You've thanked everybody, which is investors, merchant bankers. Thoda media ko bhi thank you bol do.
Absolutely. I think, media, and especially you and I have known each other for a while, and all the media, I think we have had very good partnership and support from all of you. And I think the media plays a very important role in civil society in general, and in specifically helping us young companies get our message across. And I really want to thank everybody in the media fraternity to having understood, worked hard and understand our message, been there to our factories, done day trips to understand what we are doing, speak with us, and also sometimes be critical of us when we need to have those questions asked. So I really want to thank the entire media fraternity for their hard work in this process.
Bhavish bhai, we would speak earlier twice a year. Now that you public 4 quarterly numbers, so hopefully at least 4 interactions a year.
देखेंगे निकुंज बिल्कुल as much as needed we will be talking.
Well, good luck once again. Congratulations.
Thank you so
and
much.
just enjoy your day, enjoy a moment. It's your moment.
Thank you Nikunj. Bye.
Well, let's